going to share my screen.
So the Google slide that we're going to show you is going to provide all of the information that we have compiled so far in regards to returning to school. And of course, as we go through the Google slides, we're going to cover the information, and then at the end, we'll open up to any questions. So if we don't answer your questions as we go through the presentation, please, you can type your questions either in the chat, or you can wait until the end, and we'll try and monitor the chat as we go through the presentation to answer those questions as we go along.
All right, so we are going to send this to you. So this is just a quick way to get to each of those pages, depending on what you still have questions on afterwards. So then just are welcome. You know, we've already, you know, introduced ourselves and gone over this. And so just know that, you know, we're here. We know that this is a difficult time, and, you know, you're having to adjust to starting the school year, you know, online and not getting to come in. And, you know, just like you miss being here, we miss having you here, but we are doing our very best to make sure that this new is going to, you know, to be the best possible way for you to learn, that you don't feel lost when you're, you know, logging in and doing your work on these different platforms that SAISD has decided to adopt for this year. So, you know, just understand that just like you're going through and learning it, you know, we're going to be there to guide you and help you. And we're, you know, we're also not too far ahead of you. So we'll all get through together. All right, this is just some information on, let's see, on the, on each of your teachers. And so the online expectations. Ms. Robles, do you want to go through that? I'm going to add some more.
Sure. Thank you. All right. So unfortunately, since we're not going to have the opportunity to meet face-to-face, we would normally take the first couple of days of our school year to teach you the norms and classroom procedures and expectations. So that's not going to change. We are going to have expectations for each of our students so that they know exactly what is required of them as they begin the school year. So first, of course, is be on time, be prepared. Make sure you check your technology before you log in. Don't wait until the start time to start turning your computer on, because it does take time, or your iPad. Make sure it's fully charged. And find a quiet place that is dedicated specifically for you to eliminate any and all distractions. Although we're not physically together on campus, we do want to make sure that we have this commitment and focus that we would have in a traditional classroom. So it doesn't have to be, you know, big, but just somewhere where it's going to be minimal distraction, and that you'll be able to have your technology ready to go. As far as presentations, please make sure you check your surroundings. We are going to provide you guys with some training on how to put up a virtual background, so that way your home, you know, environment is kept private. People won't be able to see your home. They won't be able to see who's in your home with you with the virtual background. So we'll make sure that we walk you through that process so that you can update your virtual background. But we also want to make sure that you're dressed appropriately. Although we are going to be in the comfort of our home, we want to make sure that we're focused and that we are feeling great and looking great. So please, no PJs. I know it's easy just to get out of bed and then sit in front of the iPad or the Chromebook. We want to make sure that you're setting up a routine for yourself as if you were coming to school. Want to make sure that when you do enter the Zoom link that you are on mute. We'll probably put everybody on mute just to eliminate the background noise that won't be a distraction while we're doing our lesson. And of course, we'll go through that process on how to unmute yourself. So if you have a question, you can unmute yourself, or you can put it in the chat if you don't want to unmute yourself. Just know that's another way for you to be able to communicate with us. We do strongly recommend that if you have earbuds or headphones that you can use while you are online, That will help you better focus and really be engaged in our conversations as if, again, we were directly in the classroom. Participation is crucial. It is not going to be like our spring semester where you showed up when you wanted to. Attendance is going to be required, and it is going to be tracked in order for your student to get credit for attending. So we want to make sure that when you participate, you're paying attention, you're actively participating, either answering questions or asking questions, and or doing group work when assigned. And we always want to make sure that the camera is on. We need to make sure that we know exactly who it is that we are working with, so we can start identifying areas of strengths and or weaknesses, so that we can pinpoint targeted areas for enrichment as well as intervention. So it'll help us get to know our students better when we can see their faces. And we can also recognize whether or not they really are mastering the concept or if they're struggling without them having to say, because, facial expressions says it all. And then, of course, as I mentioned, we are going to have the chat open during class time, but we want to make sure that your student is participating responsibly in the chat. So they're going to ask questions that are relevant to the content. We're going to stay on task, and we want to make sure that they understand that because the classes are going to be recorded, it also shares or it also records the chat. So we want to make sure that all of the conversations that are in the recordings as well as the chat are, appropriate and relevant to the content that we are teaching at that time. So those are our online class expectations. Does anybody have any questions? And I can see facial expressions. I see lots of nodding, like we're good. So this is why it's very important for us to be able to see your faces. So if you're shy and don't want to speak, by a nodding of your head or a thumbs up, we can see that you are good with the information that you just received.
Yes, and not only that, the chat is also a great way to do that. We want to get to know you. We want to, and since we can't have you here, especially these first 3 weeks, it's really important that we get to, like I said, just put a name to a face so we can become familiar. And not only that, so that you don't feel, or we don't feel like we're, kind of talking just to ourselves, right? If you see a blank screen, you tend to kind of, are they listening? Are they hearing me? Did I make my point across? So just remember, it's really important that that you're muted when you come in unless you have a question to ask, and that you have your video on. Ms. Silva, I don't know if you want to add anything to that, or you're good.
I think everything you guys said is pretty on point, and I just want to emphasize on you guys are very new to us, so if you want us to learn your name faster, that's what's going to help. It's putting a face to the name, making those relationships, those connections. Online is a little harder, so if you show me your beautiful face, it'll be easier for me to remember.
Yes. All right.
Do we have to introduce ourselves?
I'm sorry?
Do we have to introduce ourselves? I'm sorry.
No.
For this presentation, for when they attend class.
Okay.
All right, and so attendance, and I think Mrs. Robles already touched base on this. It's really important that you're logging in every day to every class period. You guys are middle schoolers now, so this first week of school, it's going to be a transition. You're getting your Zoom codes, the time and whatnot, but the designated days that you have to log on, you have to log on. We will be taking attendance. If you're not logged in, then you'll be counted absent. Then on those asynchronous days, what's going to be important is that you're completing and you're turning in whatever assigned work you have. So if it's not turned in on that day, if you haven't logged in and turned in whatever completed work is due for that day, even though we weren't online, you will be counted absent. So it's really important that you're logging in and completing that work. I don't know if you want to, I think that pretty much explains it. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
I can't see everybody's faces, so you guys are.
No.
So we're getting lots of thumbs up and
Okay, all right. All right, and so here is what the schedule is going to look like. So first, for us, the days that we will be providing that synchronous instruction will be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So like I stated, that means that you have to log on whatever times, whether it's for myself for language arts, or Mrs. Robles for math, or Miss Silva for science, and then each one of us will have a block for social studies, and then whatever electives you may have. Each one of us has a different piece to that. But you have to log in for each of those. Don't think that if you log in for me in the morning and then say, oh, well, I already logged in today, I don't have to log in for Mrs. Robles or Mrs. Silva, you're going to be counted absent, and all those absences do count up. And it is a lot more structured this time around versus in the spring. Any questions?
No.
Miss Gonzalez, if we could just reiterate that attendance is going to be taken every class period. As she mentioned, it's important that you're logging in, especially for the online class. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then Tuesday and Thursday, you're going to have asynchronous learning, and that's where you're going to be doing work independently. But we're going to be monitoring your interaction through the learning platform, which is Canvas, that we're going to go into more detail with you on Monday. We can see exactly what time you're interacting with an assignment and your assignment submission. So although we're not going to be live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will be monitoring your activity and reaching out to you and calling parents to let them know that their child hasn't logged in, if they didn't log in at all for that day, so that parents understand, the importance of their child participating consistently throughout the day.
And just to be clear, it's the other thing that I want to bring up is that if just because you decide you log in and you open the assignment and you decide, okay, I put my name on it and then turn it back in, that's not going to count. You'll be counted absent. You have to complete the work. If you, in other words, for TEA, you have to show that you've spent a certain amount of time working on your studies. So just so that no one's confused about that.
Where will they be logging into?
We have a new platform that we're going to be using. In the spring, we use Google Classroom, but the problem with that is that it didn't really track the students' activity as well as Canvas. Everything there is timestamped, and everything is housed in one system. So we're going to be providing Zoom sessions on Monday throughout the day for students and parents on how to log into Canvas, and we're going to give you a tutorial on what it's capable of doing, as well how you access and submit assignments through the Canvas portal. So we're going to have training for both parents and students next week. We're going to be sending you guys a message for next week.
And just so you know that on these Google Slides, there is a link. We did provide a link for Canvas with resources for both parents and students, so that if you want to start looking at that and playing that, which is really important, because the more time you have on it, just kind of looking through it, the easier it'll be for you once we get started. And so SAISD has provided videos for both students and parents, so that you as well can get on and see what your child has been assigned and if they're getting on. And so that is a really useful link. And if before everybody gets on, we're going to want to make sure that we get email addresses